If you're PCS into Nellis Creech Air Force Base, this is the video you've been waiting for. In part one of this series, we built your PCS timeline. Now, let's talk about what everyone really wants to know. Where to live. We're going neighborhood by neighborhood across the Las Vegas Valley, so you can figure out what fits your commute, your family, and your lifestyle. I'm Eric Hudson with Keller Williams Realty here in Las Vegas. I'm retired from the Air Force. Actually, I retired out of Creech Air Force Base. And for the last 12 years, I've helped hundreds of military families find homes that make sense for their mission, their budget, and their next PCS, especially here to Las Vegas. So let's jump in, and we're going to start with Nellis, then we'll get to Creech, and finally, a few hidden gems that are great options for the in-betweeners. So we're going to start with part one. If you live near Nellis Air Force Base, let's start with the lay of the land. Nellis sits in the northeast side of Las Vegas, really kind of like near North Las Vegas, right off Las Vegas Boulevard, about 20 minutes from downtown. The area immediately around the base is older and more industrial. To some, not unsafe, but most military families choose to live about 10 to 20 miles away in neighborhoods with newer homes, better schools, and of course, family-friendly parks. The three main areas where most Nellis personnel choose to live are in North Las Vegas, around the Aliante area, in Centennial Hills, and some even choose to live as far away as Summerlin, which is about 45 minutes away. So let's break some of this down. Aliante, which is in North Las Vegas. This is one of the most popular area choices for Nellis Air Force Base families. It's in North Las Vegas. It's about a 15 to 20 minute drive from the main gate, and it is homes to some newer developments that are around there. It's not too far from the VA clinic, and most of the homes there are in the mid 2000s or later. It's anchored by the Aliante master plan community with tree-lined streets. Yeah, tree-lined here in Vegas in the desert. Community parks, walking paths, and the Aliante Nature Discovery Park with a duck pond and playgrounds. And if you got school-age kids, there are solid public school options like Aliante Elementary, Shadow Ridge High School. You're also close to shopping. It has Costco, the Target, and plenty of restaurants just off the 215 Beltway. A typical 3-bedroom home runs in the low to mid 400s, and most neighborhoods are eligible for VA loans with zero down. Now, I have to get into a separate video about VA loans. There are no upper limits on VA loans anymore after the Blue Water Navy Act, okay? But the only thing that limits you is what you can actually afford. So that's going to be separate videos, and we're going to get deeper into VA loans from a realtor standpoint now, because I'm not a lender. Pros of Aliante: it's a close commute, it's affordable, it's family oriented. Cons: it's still North Las Vegas. Certain older pockets nearby do feel outdated. Stick with the master plan zones for better value. Next, we're talking about Centennial Hills. Now you've gone over into Las Vegas. If you want newer construction and a little more breathing room, Centennial Hills might be your spot. It's northwest of Aliante and gives you 25 to 35 minutes commute to Nellis, depending on the traffic. This area offers larger homes, great shopping centers, and some of the valley's best parks, including Centennial Hills Park and the regional YMCA. Good hint, I don't know if they still do this. When I was stationed at Creech, they gave us free access to the YMCA because Creech was so far away and we were stationed so far away from Nellis. So, easy access to a gym. They gave us free access to the YMCA in Centennial Hills for us and our families. So I need to check with some people I've helped at Creech lately to see if they still have that program running. Schools are highly rated, and the mountain views are, many families choose it because it feels suburban, but not too far from the base. Expect mid 400s to 500s for a 3 to 4 bedroom house without a pool. The pros: excellent schools, newer homes, great amenities, but of course it has cons. Cons: gonna have a little bit longer of a commute time, but you're trading that for a better lifestyle. Honorable mentions: now I'm lumping Centennial Hills in with the neighboring communities, and it's kind of 6.5 dozen the other. I'm also putting Providence in there, and like Skye Canyon, and I'm kind of lumping that in for right now, okay? Because they're just right there at the same area. Next, we're talking Summerlin. Now, if schools, parks, and top tier amenities are your absolute priority, Summerlin's, it sits over on the west side of Las Vegas Valley. It's about a 40-45 minute drive from Nellis, and it's one of the premier master plan communities in the country. You'll find great shopping at downtown Summerlin, top public and private schools, community pools, golf courses, and miles of trails. They're still building out there, and they're building up into the mountains, and it's just gorgeous. For many families, Summerlin feels like a long commute, but it's worth it for the quality of life. Homes here start in the mid 500s and go well above $1 million. Though you can find some smaller townhomes in the high 400s. Pros: top amenities, great schools, very safe, very high resale values. Here are the cons for you when you're at Nellis: long commutes, higher price points, higher HOA fees. As a matter of fact, you're going to have multiple HOAs, but a lot of master plan communities, you are going to have multiple HOA fees. And when I compare that to HOA fees in other states, they're actually lower. That's an amazing thing. Some things right now are lower in the Vegas area. Let's keep our fingers crossed, okay? And maybe if somebody comments below, I will try to compare HOA fees with other states, along with some other things, because things keep changing. I'm not going to lie, taxes are starting to go up here, along with some other things. A quick note on base housing at Nellis: it's managed by Hunt Military Communities with a mix of older and newer renovated homes. The updated side, especially the hospital side of the housing, has resort style look with palm trees and splash pad pools, and convenient, maintenance free, and it's a good fit if you want simplicity and short commute. But owning a home gives you equity and long-term wealth, so think about it for your goals. I'll be honest, my uncle, who was a retired senior enlisted member, every assignment he had, he bought a house, and God rest his soul, he passed of COVID. Every assignment, and then he just turned them into rentals, and that's what he did. And with his children, he was able to help them buy homes by, of course, selling those homes. Just something to think about. So this part 2, we're going to talk about living near Creech Air Force Base. And what about Creech? Well, that's a completely different ball game, or prison camp, as I used to call it. Creech is about 45 minutes northwest of Las Vegas, but from the northwest tip, I like to call it, it's about I call it a 30-35 minute nap to the gate. It's up in Indian Springs, which you've probably never heard of. And the first thing you need to know is there's no on-base housing at Creech. None. Indian Springs itself has a very tiny population, just over 1,000 people. And while a few folks rent or buy there, since I've retired, they actually built like a new community up there, because some people were tired of commuting, but those houses sold out real quick. Most families prefer to live in the northwest Las Vegas Valley and commute. The drive is real. For most people, about 45 minutes each way, but it's mostly open highway on US 95, and it's no traffic. There's only one time I can remember there being any kind of a slowdown. That's when they were repaving 95, and you couldn't just do 75. So it's only lasted about a month. The three communities that dominate for Creech personnel: Skye Canyon, Providence, Centennial Hills. That's probably 80% of people who are stationed at Creech. The other one is going to be Aliante. Those are the dual military couples mainly. So if you go through the different communities, we're talking about Skye Canyon. That's actually newer. It almost didn't exist when I was still in. So Skye Canyon is now the crown jewel for the Creech commuters. It's a modern master plan community nestled right along the 95. You can literally just hop on the highway and be in Creech in 35 to 40 minutes. Homes here are newer. Most are built after 2017, which is after I retired. I retired back in 15. And the community is built around outdoor living. You'll find parks, trails, clubhouse with fitness centers, and even food truck nights. It's very family oriented. Prices range from the high 400s into the 600s depending on the builder, the lot size. HOA fees are moderate, and you get a lot for that. The pros: you're looking at new construction, beautiful settings, ideal locations between both bases. So if you really want to get there, like I said, I lumped it in with Centennial Hills. The cons: it is a slightly higher price because they're building a lot of great stuff. You need to see the houses. If you go to my other channel, you'll see some of the tours I've done up there, and I may bring those over to this channel or just redo them because that's more of a general channel there. And of course, because they're still building, you got ongoing construction noise. Next is Providence. It's just south of Skye Canyon. Providence offers a similar look and feel, but slightly older, more affordable. It's 10 minutes closer to the city. So your commute to Creech increases by about 15 minutes to about 40. So now you're looking at about 45 minutes to get to base, but you'll have faster access to shopping and some restaurants. The homes here start in the low 400s with great parks like Huckleberry Park with strong sense of community. Now, pros of living in Providence: you got a balanced price point with easy freeway access and a nice family feel. The cons: just a slight bit more traffic and smaller yards. I'm going to be very honest. Most yards here in Vegas for the new homes are going to be smaller. Centennial Hills, again, it's a great place. Many Creech personnel pick Centennial Hills for the same reasons the Nellis folks do. Great schools, newer homes, and that sweet spot halfway between the city and the desert. So you're 40 to 50 miles to Creech, 25 miles to Nellis, and if you're dual military couple, it's a good middle ground, just as good as Aliante. You'll have great access to the commuter vans that run shuttles up to Creech, which are free for military members. I don't know what they've changed, because it used to be they would give you a stipend and you paid stipend to the van service, so they may have changed some things. It does save you on fuel and let you nap with your squadron buds. I prefer to drive myself. I'm a lonely kind of guy. So here's some areas that some people may overlook that I want to talk to you about. In North Las Vegas, near the 215 and the Revere corridor, that's developing fast right now. You got some new communities built by some of the builders like D.R. Horton, KB Homes, and Lennar. These sit between Nellis and the Northwest corridor. And there's only 20 minutes to Nellis and about 40 minutes to Creech. They're great for families who want some newer homes without the premiums you pay up in Skye Canyon. Another overlooked spot is Tule Springs. It's north of Aliante. It's brand new construction, beautiful state park next door. Commute to Nellis is only about 25 minutes, 45 minutes to Creech. Anyone who's wanting a rural space, check out Pahrump. I actually had a guy in my squadron who lived out there, and I didn't realize it at the time. It's like, why would you live out there? He was LDS. He had a whole bunch of kids, and it was way cheaper. I probably need to do a video for you guys about Pahrump. I mean, I've done some videos on the other channel. So it's about the same distance driving to Creech as living in some of the other places here in Vegas. You save a whole bunch of money. It's just a lonelier drive. I don't know too many people who live there who are stationed at Creech. Some of the pilots and contractors do love it because you get acreage and it's quiet desert life, although that lonely commute's not for everyone. Part 4, the BAH and budget reality check that you need to think about. So let's talk about some numbers, because this is where most of you families are going to make decisions. For 2025, we'll have to see what the 2026 numbers are like. For Nellis and Creech, we're in the same area. We're talking about for a staff sergeant, we're looking at 2226, with dependents for captain about 2466, with interest rates in the low 6s, high 5s in Las Vegas area. Looking at possibly being able to get a home median price of about 440. The median right now for a home is about 480. So you can stretch a little bit and get into a median price home. A VA loan can cover a 3 to 4 bedroom home in Aliante, Providence, or Centennial Hills. But use your BAH smartly, factor in the utilities, HOA, and insurance, and we'll run some numbers together before we shop for you in person. Part 5. Let's start talking about matching your lifestyles to your commute. Let's keep it real for a second. The difference between a 15 minutes to Nellis commute and a 45-minute to Creech drive. If your kids are young and you value evenings together, a short commute may win. If you're chasing top schools and amenities, a longer drive might be worth it. That's why we tailor each search to your family's rhythm, work hours, school needs. What about your spouse's commute? And even where you want to spend your weekends. No, those you're at Creech, your weekends can be during the days. You'll find out when you get here. If your spouse works remotely or downtown, you need to balance both the commute and make sure that your home base works for everyone. Now let's get into a few little outsider tips. So part 6 here, start your search early. Inventory, according to what's going on, could be moving fast, especially near Skye Canyon and Aliante, because they're popular areas, especially if a home is priced right. Ask about builder incentives. Many new build communities are offering very VA-friendly credits and rate buy-downs and paying closing costs. For Creech communities, get on the van list early. It fills up quickly. And don't forget, if you buy smart, your home here can become a income producing rental when you PCS out. And real quick note, you can get a second VA loan and keep this house. Different conversation, just keep it in the back of your mind. I always tell clients, your PCS is temporary, but your real estate can build long-term wealth. Let's go ahead and wrap this up in part 7 here. Let's go ahead and recap. So Nellis families, usually they land in either Aliante, Centennial Hills, or Summerlin. My Creech families, they choose either Skye Hills, Providence, or Centennial Hills. And we got some hidden gems to keep in the back of your head here. Tule Springs, the Revere Corridor for their new builds. And for some people, if you want to save a bunch of money and get a whole bunch of land, Pahrump. Each has a trade-off and its own commute, budget, and lifestyle. And that's where working with someone who lives on both sides of the PCS makes a difference. When you've got orders in hand or expect them soon, now's the time to schedule your free PCS consult, and we'll go over your BAH and must-haves, and we'll build out a personal PCS home match plan, the same system that's helped hundreds of military families find the right fit here in Vegas. You've served your country. Let me serve you on the next mission. I want to thank you for watching this. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos about living, working, and thriving here in Las Vegas as an Air Force family. And as I always say on my other channel, all my military brothers and sisters, you know the drill. Alpha Mike Foxtrot. All of my information is down below for you to get, pinned comment, and in the description. Also have some other resources down there that I'm building. As this keeps going, I'll keep putting them down there for you. If you need anything, reach out, call, text, email. Better yet, get on that Zoom and we can meet. Even though no matter where you're at in the world, that Zoom is always open for you and someone can meet with you. And I think by the time this video comes out, or at least in the future, there should be enough videos out there for you. that YouTube is going to pop another video up here for you. Why don't you go ahead and watch it, and I'll meet you over there, and you'll learn more about PCSing to Las Vegas, okay? And again, even if you're not PCSing in Las Vegas and you're PCSing someplace else, I know every realtor who is military associated, aka veterans and retirees, along with dependents who are realtors or lenders around this country to take care of you.